Hi, my name's Sally Friedman, so-called rock journalist extraordinaire and self-confessed rock and roll addict. 5 years ago, I took the road with a bunch of rock amateurs. 6 months on the road later, they'd matured into an outfit as tight as a facelift. And then suddenly, inexplicably, and very publicly, they split up.
There was just too much sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Colin was behaving like a complete prat. Den could only string 2 chords together, and Spider was out of his head on drugs all the time.
Apparently it was all Colin's fault. I don't know what happened really. I mean, one day we were getting along fine, you know, looking forward to the gig at Stockport. Next morning I woke up and they'd all buggered off.
I blame myself in part, you know. I mean, I was always really the Keith Moon of the group, you know. I was always getting drunk. I was really funny when I was drunk.
And then I hurt my finger and I couldn't play guitar properly. And it went septic, so I couldn't play properly for about 3 months. And it was my important finger. Look.
You're a very visual band indeed.
Well, you still want to do an interview?
Yes, please, yes.
Do you want? I think it's probably just me.
Well, no, we can have all the band in. Whatever.
I just wasn't getting my own way enough of the time, you know, and, well, you can only be reasonable for so long, can't you?
Thank you.
We are a live band, basically, but I don't think anybody guessed that we were miming.
Well, that was 4 years ago. But what happens to those dreams of stardom? What happens to the boys who are sure they got it right, the boys who think, hey, we're going to make it?
People aren't quite good enough at playing the bass, okay? It means that you couldn't actually play it well enough!
What does that mean? Vim Fuego, what kind of name is that?
We thought we'd find out by arranging a reunion gig for them here at their old stomping ground, the Flying Horse, where they used to deliver the excitement and escapism that so few bands do these days, where they violated with voltage and volume, outraged parents, and erected rock dreams against the world. Hi. Vim Fuego, you are the creator and driving force behind the legend that was Bad News, and as such have carried the burden of dreams, stroke nightmares, stroke whatever. The reunion of a band that splits so acrimoniously must be packed with conflicting emotions of joy, guilt, anger, anxiety, despair, hope, excitement even. How do you feel?
All right, thanks. How are you?
And now you're getting the band back together again.
Yeah. But where can they be?
When was the last time that you saw them all?
Well, the only one I've seen recently is,
Who's that?
Colin. After the band split up, he went straight back to college. Studied land management for 3 years, then failed his exams. Ended up working as a clerk in a bank. What do I think of him? I think he's a banker.
Mummy! Mummy! Yes.
Hi, Colin. It's Sally Friedman, remember?
Colin?
Yeah, hi.
No. No, I'm not Colin. I'm Trevor. I'm Trevor, Colin's twin brother. If you want Colin, he'll probably be round at his pad because he's frightfully groovy. Groovier than me. And
Well, where do you want me to begin?
Well, did you stay on at college?
God, no. I just quit the band and dropped out of college at the same time. I felt like I really wanted to find myself. You know, it's God, I had an amazing time. I mean, you know, I just went wild. Yeah. I was like a crazy man. I mean, I shacked up with punks, dyed my hair, all sorts of exotic colours. I almost had a drugs overdose. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just generally tried to experience as much as I could.
Oh, wow, that's really amazing.
Well, it is, yeah.
So what do you do now?
I can't remember. Look, you said you weren't going to ask me that question.
Tell me about Denvin.
Oh, I haven't got a clue there, I'm afraid. I haven't seen or heard nothing about him since the band split up. You know, I've tried getting in touch with him through the spirits, but I haven't been able to pick up his vibe.
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. Since the last time we met, I've become, well, metaphysical, I suppose you'd call it. You know, I've discovered I've got this power to, like, talk to people from beyond the grave. You know, in fact, I've been talking to some pretty interesting people from recent rock history, actually. I mean, they never give me any whole songs or nothing like that. Well, the nearest I ever came to that was one that John gave me a lot of help with, John Lennon. One called Imogen.
Imagine.
No, Imogen, it's a girl's name. You know, the title's just a really sort of strange coincidence, really. You know. Oh, I'll play it to you if you like. I've got my studio in the cellar. Do you want to have a listen? Come on, let's go down the studio. Yeah. It's this way. Oh, hang on. There's someone at the door. Bloody hell, Dennis, it's you.
Who do you think it was going to be?
Well, this is a surprise.
What's going on here?
Fancy you turning up now, at this precise moment.
Yeah, well, I finished the job in Corsica Street. I told you it'd only take half a day. It's a film crew, isn't it? Hey, you're that bloke who was a cameraman on that documentary we've done, aren't you? Oh, nice to see you. Yeah, it's was it Oliver, isn't it? That's right. How are you doing? What's going on, Vin?
Can we cut it there? And power on. Start again. Choose rhythm, change the rhythm. Don't want bossa nova. No. So it's a new machine, you see. Yeah. Right. Look. All right. I'll just. Would you go with that? Right. Synchro start. Flashing. Okay. Here it comes. 2, 3, 4.
Imagine all the people. Imagine if you can. Imagine all the people. Imagine if you can.
Yeah, well, it sounds better without a bossa nova, you know. Spider. the wild man who could throw up exactly half a pint into an half-pint pot with no spillage, had to marry this strange hippie woman because he got her pregnant. She's really tamed him a lot.
Hey, Finn, man, long time no see. Let's pop some pills and get completely out of control.
I don't know whether we'll get him back in a band or not, because he's under the thumb, you know. I don't know if she'll let him go.
You still can't play the drums then, eh?
So we'll have to discuss it with her, you know, and, well, just hope for the best.
I've got to go.
Why have you got to?
Yeah, well, you know, I've got to, really.
Well, all right then.
Well, that was a pretty good discussion, wasn't it?
Rock and roll, here we come.
Hey,
Ryder.
Dan, me old mate.
Nice one. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Yeah, all right. How are you?
All right,
Yeah, nice.
Hi, Spider.
Colin, you old tosser. Hey, how you doing?
I'm very cool, thank you. Very cool indeed.
Good. Right.
Hello, Vim.
Colin.
Well, hey, great.
I'd like to see the menu, sir.
I think we'd like to order some drinks first, eh?
Yeah, sure. 4 pints of lager, please.
No, let's have 8 pints.
No, 16. Oh.
No, 32.
No, bugger it. We're a rock band. Make it 100.
How many pints would you like?
100.
Be serious, sir.
No, I'm being serious. We'd like 100 pints of lager, please.
100 pints of lager?
Look, you heard what he said, didn't you? We want 100 pints of lager.
Yeah, come on, Channel 4 are paying, aren't they?
I went 4 poppadoms. That'll do for starters.
Hey, we're going to get really pissed.
Not rested for a second, you know.
Yeah. See, you never stopped playing then, Vim.
No, I couldn't stop playing because it's in my blood, right? You know, I mean, if I stop playing, it'll be like something really important stopping.
Important stuff.
Yeah.
Because you've been playing that wine bar Sunday lunchtime, haven't you?
What?
Yeah, he's been playing Mary Hopkins numbers on acoustic guitar.
Shut up.
Sunday lunchtime. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never.
Then just shut up, right?
Dear that Spider, Vim Fuego, the great heavy metal guitarist, has been playing Mary Hopkins numbers in a wine.
I've been playing music.
If you can call Mary Hopkins music, then you have been playing
I've kept on playing, right? I've kept on gigging. I've kept on hawking on bloody old demo tape around, haven't I? And what have you been doing, Colin? What have you been doing? Working in a bank. That's what you've been doing, isn't it?
You promised you wouldn't mention that.
Well, look, while we're
promised.
while we're on the subject of things we promised we wouldn't mention, maybe we should ask everyone to ask you why you're not going to play this reunion gig on Saturday.
All right, well, maybe I don't see what's so important about playing a one-off gig at the Flying Horse of all places. These people from Channel 4 still give us the money, even if we don't do the gig, won't you?
Yeah, you know, we'll see what's so great about playing a one-off gig. I suppose you want a record contract or something like that. don't you?
Maybe I do want a record contract. What's wrong with wanting a record contract? All right.
Have a look at that.
What is it?
It is a record contract. That's what you get if you don't turn traitor on your music and start working in a bank, Colin, right? And while we're talking, quite frankly, I might as well just say that the idea of playing with you makes me bloody sick, right? And if it wasn't for the record company insisting on the original lineup, you would not be in this f***ing band.
How many pints have I had?
42.
Right, I think it's time to be sick.
The last point on my list is this cosmic clause thing. Rights to exploitation on any planet now or yet to be known to man.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
Oh, that's just a little bit of nonsense. I mean, all it means is when we land on Mars, we find lots of little Martians there who, let's face it, are bound to be into bad news. We can sell your records to them.
Oh, far out. Okay. Right, so to sum up the main points again. The contract lasts 5 years, but you don't have to put out any records if you don't want to. Although if you don't want to, we're still under contract to you, and we're not allowed to make any records for anybody else. And we get 4 3/4% of 90% of 100, minus 15% of retail. But there's no advance, which means absolutely no cash whatsoever for us up front.
Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
Well, all right, I'll sign that.
Hey, where's all the groupies?
Yeah, where's all the groupies?
Where's all the drags?
Where's the toilet?
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll history!
Yeah! The only trouble with creating rock and roll history is it always takes 6 hours to set the drums up. Why is that, Spider?
Well, this time it's because I left my drums at home. No, I'm serious.
What?
I thought this lot were going to pick them up for me.
Oh, this is really great. Just imagine, I could have just done in the same bog as Eric Clapton, or Mick Jagger, or Lemmy, or Ozzy Osbourne. Who has been here? Bananarama.
Bloody hell, who's all those lagers?
Oh, I brought them in there for afterwards.
Okay, I'm thinking, Rachel. Hey, lads! There's a stack of lager in here!
No, come on. I said they were for afterwards.
Free lager.
Well, all right, you can have one now, but just one, okay?
Well, this lot shouldn't take long.
Go down. Go down, down. No, you can't do this. That's it, leave it now. Leave it, leave it, leave it! Den, that amp is pathetic. You couldn't amplify a fart through that.
Yeah, well, Gail's kid's gerbil's been using it for a toilet the last 3 years.
Well, you can't play through that, can you? Look, mate, have you got a spare amp we could borrow or something?
Bloody hell, Vim, look, it's a Marshall.
Hey! Listen, mate, have you got any more of these?
No, that's it.
Look, Den, maybe I should play through the Marshall, right? And you can play through my stack.
No, wait, this one's mine now.
No, well, let me just have a try.
Get off.
Den, stop being childish, don't!
Oh, for me.
Right, mate, I'm all set up. Just drive straight in.
Nice one, Den.
You can turn it up a bit. Just take me up a bit. Yeah? Up a bit more. Just a touch more.
Shut up.
Can go up a little bit higher, can't it? I know. All right, just another 2 or 3 notches. Good. Yes. Oh, well, just a little bit more. Okay. Up a touch. Up just a touch. Lovely. Okay, we'll try it there. Hey, joke.
Come on.
Hey, keep your knickers on.
Yeah, don't get your hair in a twist.
We've been playing this number on and off for 6 years. We could play it with our hands tied behind our backs.
Yeah, well, get on with it then.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Should we give it a go then?
Really? Yeah.
All right then. Let's tie our hands behind our backs.
We are the four horsemen of the rock apocalypse, leaders and saviors of the wild ride to oblivion and ecstasy.
1, 2, 3.
Well, you can't play a bloody G, for God's sake, Dan!
I was playing a G.
You weren't!
I was.
You weren't! I was watching you!
I was playing a G.
You weren't! You were playing this! What's that? What is it, eh?
That's a D.
Yeah, that's a D, and that's what you were playing.
No, I wasn't. I was playing a G.
If you were playing a G, then I'm a queer.
We always had our doubts about you, Vim.
Yeah, well, maybe you are bloody queer.
What's wrong, Vim?
You know perfectly well what's wrong.
What, that you might be a queer?
Don't be so f***ing stupid. It's the band. I mean, what is it with this band? 6 years we've been playing that number. We finally get the chance to put it down on vinyl, and what happens? Nothing! Now, why is that?
Well, secretly, I'm rather pleased that Phil's left. Because, quite frankly, I don't think he's that hot. I just can't get a decent balance in my cans. It was the same thing that happened the last time we tried to record something. We didn't have the right people, and we don't have them now. We need a producer. We need a good engineer.
We need a proper bass player.
We need a proper Right, that is it. I'm off. I mean it, Vim, I'm off. You just can't say that sort of thing about me in front of the camera. I've seen you sneaking off and bad-mouthing me behind my back. Well, it doesn't matter what you say now. I'm going. I've had enough.
Bye then.
It's just exactly what always used to happen, isn't it? And here you are doing it all over again. Well, it's not going to work this time because I'm going. Now! Right now! And don't try and stop me. I'm going now. There's no argument. I refuse to argue with you. You see, look, I'm refusing to argue with you. Goodbye.
A 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't care what any of you say. I signed the contract too, and I refuse to be thrown out of the band just we're on the brink of success. Do you hear me, Vim? I refuse to leave.
Colin.
What?
Stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Turn the track up, mate.
Yes. Who's that playing bass? Who is it?
Playback! Action!
Now, when I've set off Spider, all you have to do when I cue you is turn into camera and look mean, okay? Right, let's go. Turn over. Right. Roll playback. Action, Spider. Action. Cut. What happened there?
Oh, sorry, I got confused. I thought you meant that car. I didn't see that camera.
Warriors of Genghis Khan is actually a political song.
Action, Den. Action, Den. Den. Action.
Oh, sorry, I was watching Spider on the bike.
In
In what way is it a political song?
Well, it's in the lyrics, isn't it?
Action then. No, you have got to look mean.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Right, here we are then. Burning, looting, raping, shooting. Repeat.
Burning, looting, raping, shooting. Burning, looting, raping, shooting. Burning, looting, raping, and the shooting. Burning, looting, raping, and the shooting. All this I do, I kill for you. Oh, come on, pretty baby, won't you take my hand? Oh, come on, put the singer in a rock and roll band. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I wanna see your blood all over the night. All this I do, I kill for you. 'Cause I'm a warrior of Genghis Khan. I'm a warrior of Genghis Khan. I'm a warrior that won't wash away. I'm a warrior. I'll kill myself one day.
And that's political in intent, is it, though?
Well, maybe it's more poetical, political, you know, I don't know.
It doesn't simply sort of indulge the macho male ego's preoccupying and overriding obsession with dominating women and orgiastic bloodlifting for the sake of it, then?
Yeah, that's the bits I like.
Warriors of Genghis Khan by Bad News.
And, we're Bad News.
Yeah.
Are you really? Yeah. What was it called, sorry?
Warriors of Genghis Khan.
Warriors of Genghis Khan.
Huh. Sounds sensitive. No, we haven't got it, sorry.
No, it's new out this week.
Yeah.
What label's it?
Oh.
Frilly Pink? That's that new label just for gays, is it? Hang on.
Shall I smash his face in?
No, I'm sorry, it's not in, girls.
No,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We'd like Warriors of Genghis Khan by Bad News, please.
Oh, is that a new one?
Yeah, it's new out this week, actually.
Do you know what label it's on?
It's on Frilly Pink. Do you want to make something of it or what? I hate Barry Manilow.
Well, that is a surprise.
Here we are. I know, we want more than one.
Well, how many do you want?
How many did we want, Collie?
347.
Yeah, 347, please.
Guys, listen to this. Tell them what you just told me.
Look, it's no secret. It was in the contract.
What was?
Go on, tell them.
Well, it's just that the video and the single come out of your royalties. It is standard practice.
I've worked it out. Do you know how much it comes to? I was talking to the guy who runs the canteen van. He says he charges £17.50 a head. That means with a crew this size, the canteen bill alone is going to come to something like £800. That meal over there is costing us £200 each. Eat as much as you can.
We paid for that.
Look. At the moment, you're in debt to the tune of about 15 grand, but we'll get it back for you, don't worry.
What's the single doing?
Bad news on that front, I'm afraid. Hey, bad news, get it?
We must be somewhere in the charts. It's only 376.
We've been disqualified from the charts.
What?
Yeah.
We paid for that.
Where are the bozos? Come on, somebody!
Apparently some twat went into a chart shop and bought 350 copies. Of course, when that happens, they think it's being hyped and it gets disqualified from the charts for a couple of weeks. But don't worry, we'll re-release it on the back of this programme. That's when it'll do business. Should make some money at Castle Donington as well. I have booked you, Bad News, to play the Monsters of Rock Festival, Castle Donington.
Donington?
Another heavy metal day. No sleep till Castle Donington. Better have some vibes.
Donington, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's like, it's the centre of the heavy metal universe, and Bad News are going to be there. I mean, the biggest gig we played so far is 87, I think, at Kingston Poly.
Daddy, please put the power back on. Okay, I'll turn it down.
Beat around out.
I mean, this is big league, right? And all we got to do now is blow Ozzy off the stage.
I thought if you were going to play this getting up in the morning scene, I'd bring you a cup of tea like I normally do.
Oh, great. Tea, yeah, great. Thanks, Mrs. Grigson. Just put it down on the side. That'll be all.
There's no need to be so formal, Colin. I am your mother. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But your father has got a point, you know. When you've got a place of your own, you can make as much noise as you like.
I've got something a bit special for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's very big, it's very bad, it's called The Beast.
The bloody brakes don't work.
Alan Metcalf. Shut up, don't say a bit. Painter and decorator, telephone number 01678 5397.
Now, please.
This isn't supposed to happen. All right, thanks.
That's about it, really.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't see what's really wrong with living with your parents. I mean, they're just a couple of old reactionaries, and here I am sponging off them. So that's what I call anarchy in my book. Anyway, who's playing at Castle Donington, me or you? It's me, isn't it?
I'm going to show you inside the Beast. See all this? This is all leopard skin. Vim and I did this. It's great, isn't it? You can get this for $8.99 a roll. It's a shop called Alexander's we bought it from. You can get the zebra or the tiger skin. We thought the leopard was a bit saucy, you know. This is it's a picture of my Aunt Marjorie, actually. few chicks. I've had all those. This is old Vim's furniture, basically. And that's the cockpit in there. There's our captain.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you aboard. Hope you have a pleasant flight. As you can see in the flight deck, we've gone mainly for the skull motif. We've got the skull on the gear stick here, we've got the skulls on the mirror, we've got the out-of-date tax dish, we've got the optional extra saucy lady. Leopard skin throughout, of course. It's very metal, very heavy, and it's very bad news.
Dan, I was wondering if we could play a little game. I sometimes use it when I'm interviewing people for my column. It's called On the Couch. It's a word association game. Okay, I'll start. Heavy metal. Heavy metal.
Heavy metal what?
Heavy metal.
What about heavy metal?
Okay then, what about heavy metal?
Oh yeah, right. I like heavy metal.
Posers.
My head.
Aha. Pet Shop Boys.
John knows some big pervies.
Vim.
No, my name's Dan.
How long's this journey gonna take? I want to go to the toilet.
Well, it'd be a lot shorter if we didn't have to stop at every bridge to let the cameraman out to film us going by.
Wake up. Wake up. Use another word. I think I've got it now.
Right.
Use another word.
AC/DC.
What about him?
Can I see your passes, please? It's all right, mate. We're with the film crew.
No. I said, can I see your passes, please?
Yeah, and I said we're with the film crew.
I need to see a pass.
Well, we haven't got any, have we?
If you haven't got any passes, you don't get in.
Yeah, but we're doing a gig here tomorrow.
Look here, if we don't get in, then we won't get to play. And I should think your superiors will be pretty upset with you, mate.
Look, is there any chance of seeing someone in charge?
I'm in charge.
Right, well, look. We haven't got any passes, right? There's obviously been some sort of mix-up, but we are playing here tomorrow. We've got the gear in the van, and we need to get in.
If you haven't got a pass, you don't get in.
Right, well, in that case, we're not moving our van.
No.
Yeah. Right. Turn that camera off, please.
What for? I suppose you think that's funny, do you, Colin? To watch the guy who got you what must be probably the biggest gig you've ever had in your life get his ribs broken. That's funny, is it, eh?
Well, it is quite funny, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's quite funny.
Oh, that's very nice coming from you, then. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be a painter and decorator.
I am still a painter and decorator. I've got that job for you in Hendon starting on Friday, remember?
Sorry about the mix-up with the gate, boys. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, well, what about a sound check?
Sound check?
Yeah.
Well, you're the ones with the film crew, aren't you? They told me it was a joke documentary about some funny rock band.
What?
So I'm afraid we haven't scheduled a sound check. Anyway, I'll tell you what. Have a look round and I'll catch up with you later, all right?
If what was said just then ends up in this documentary, I'm going to kill every single one of you.
This is where it's all going to happen. Bad News playing live in front of 250,000 people, and a lot of them chicks.
There's the toilets. Just think there's 250,000 punters, and if all of them pissed about 2 pints each, then there'd be
When I'm rich, right, I'll get a mansion right next door to the Dole office. And I'm going to get a stereo with speakers this big.
Hello, Castle Donington!
Hello, Bad News!
How does he look from there?
Yeah, it's good from here. I'll try the other field, shall I?
Look good from there?
Pardon?
Does he look good from there?
You're going to need a microphone on the day.
Back up, Bad News! Back up, Bad News! Back up, Bad News! Back up, Bad News! We won't go! This is metal! And we are never gonna die, never gonna die, never gonna die! What's so heavy? Heavy metal!
about 8 pints. That can't be right.
Okay, thanks very much. Now, off.
Hey, this is really good fun. Look, Colin, there's something I've been meaning to say about the other day. I'm sorry I called you the Andrew Ridgeley of heavy metal.
Oh, that's okay, Vim. I'm sorry I called you a completely bugger pisshead.
Oh, this is really great. I've never been in that hotel. You can drink all day.
Yeah, well, this is what it's going to be like from now on with Bad News. World tours and all-day drinking.
Yeah, and then there's snobbing.
Yeah!
Hey guys, let's get this introduction recorded properly, and then we can start to really get piddly.
Right, come on. Go on, let's do
Bad news!
This time.
Good evening, we are Bad News.
Dead ends. Here we go, rock and roll. 2, 3, 4.
Good evening, we are Bad News, and we bring you more Bad Hey, listen, let's pretend to be the Who.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be Keith Moon.
Yeah, and I'll be Pete Townsend.
No, I want to be Pete Townsend.
No, I'm Pete Townsend, you're Roger Daughtry.
I'll be that other one that nobody knows who he is.
I should be Pete Townsend because I play the guitar.
No, I'm Pete Townsend. No, listen, I bagged him, Pete Townsend. I bagged him.
Can't bags, Pete Townsend.
I can do whatever I want. It was my idea to join the Who. I need to pretend to be the Who. It's my idea. You've got to be Roger Daughtry.
Why can't you be Roger Daughtry?
Because I'm not a queer.
Bad News at 10.
Bad news. Bad news at Castle Donington tomorrow. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news at Castle Donington tomorrow.
No, Alan, please, I'm sorry. No. Oh, wait a minute. Alan, please, Who? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No.
Speed up the road.
Ow. I'm good. Oh, no. Get the police.
You can't arrest us. We're making a documentary.
If you have changed the shape of my nose in any way whatsoever, Alan Metcalf, I'm going to sue you. Well, I mean that.
If we don't get a bloody Castle Donington tomorrow, I'll kill you.
We really must stop meeting like this.
What are we going to do now,
Maybe you should
Vim?
have a word with Jimmy, Vim. Maybe he could help you.
Oh, Jimmy, you ain't heaven. Hendrix behind me. Thunder behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you a story. How many of you people have heard of Bad News? Well, these 4 plucky lads took on the whole of the Nottingham Constabulary. And they lost. Last night they were all in jail. That was at 4 o'clock in the morning. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, by some miracle they got out on bail, and they're here for you now. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Bad
Aye, they're an insult to like professional musicians. I mean, the fact that they've been allowed to go on stages, that have been trod upon by so many famous faces in the past is a disgrace. To me, it's just giving rock a really bad name.
Disgusting.
I mean, bands like ours, we've been going around circuits for years, and all they get is one documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's heavy metal Sheen Easton.
I'm Phil Collins, guitarist from Def Leppard, and I think they're shit.
The worst band I've ever seen in the world. They were absolutely awful, Bad news? Hi, sir!
I thought Bad News had a new high in altruistic, self-indulgent bullshit, mollycoddled, mother my dog instinct rock and roll. I thought it was a piece of pimply shit from the worst kind of city ghetto, probably populated by winos, junkies, and just general all-round.
Yeah, well, the first number went quite well. Well, the first part of it did. The audience got a bit bored in the second half. And then Vim said, "Behold, I am the reincarnation of Jimi Hendrix. All kneel and praise me." And that's when the audience rushed the stage. No, it wasn't just Hell's Angels, it was the police as well, all like jumping on Vim's head. And then Colin joined in, and so Vim's in major surgery at the moment, and it looks quite dodgy, evidently. Anyway, luckily, Colin had his wig like torn off, so he could pretend he wasn't in the band, until someone saw this name tag on his collar, and they slit his throat. I only got off so lightly because I was so scared I went to the toilet in my trousers, and most people kept away from me because of the smell. And Spider got out of being beaten up by blowing himself up. It's a tragedy, yeah. Yeah, but on the other hand, Rachel says it'll probably do the record a lot of good. And if Vim dies and we exploit it properly, we could all make a lot of money. So, it's a pity, yeah, but there you go.